Once again, welcome to this class of BCC Semester 2 English, and this is the second part of the story, and we were discussing after 20 years. So, in the previous lecture, we discussed that Bob was standing near the Big Joe Brandy restaurant shutter. Actually, it was closed. Not it was just closed, but it was closed for permanence. Okay, it was not going to open anyway. Okay, just 5 years ago. So the policeman came there and inquired about Bob. And Bob told that policeman, actually, he revealed the fact, he told whatever was truth. He told him that he was waiting for his friend. Okay, they decided to meet the same place, this place. Okay, after 20 years, they had taken this vow before 20 years, the same day, and it's the day as it was promised. Okay, by both of them, he had come there. Actually, Bob used to have cigarette, okay, and he tried to lit a cigarette. It was in his mouth, okay. And in between, the officer just had an opportunity to look at the face of Bob. Okay, though not completely, okay, clearly, but he saw that Bob, actually, the policeman thought that somewhere he had seen that man. Okay, it means Bob. There were some marks on his face, but that happened in a while. And after that, when he got assured, when that policeman got assured that Bob was just standing there, he left for his duty for his office. Okay, the episode ended. Yeah, okay. That happened. After that, what happened? After that, Bob was still there. Okay, he was waiting for his friend Jimmy Wells. So after some times, another policeman came there. Okay, he was actually waiting there for his friend, Jimmy Wells. Another policeman came, and he was just a tall man. Okay, and he noticed that Bob was having a wristwatch embedded with diamonds, and he had one scarf also, etc. Okay, very costly things were there with Mr. Bob. So the policeman observed this, and actually, when this second policeman, we just call that, when this tall man came there, he said, Bob. Now it's clear that that man who had come there second time, first time the policeman had come there, okay, and second time a tall man wearing a overcoat, right, and his face was somewhat covered. So when he called Bob, Bob was surprised. Actually, he was amazed. He was very happy. He was very happy to see his friend Jimmy. And then they looked at each other, but could not see each other very clearly as darkness was there. And the shop and the restaurant, okay, where they were actually standing at that point of time, was also closed. It was actually closed. Bob was very happy because Jimmy had kept his word. He had kept his word, he had kept his promise. Okay, the promise was delivered, the promise was fulfilled. Because both of them had decided to meet the same place after 20 years. And it was the time, it was the day when they had to meet. And this time, they were meeting each other. So Bob was very happy. Okay, Bob was very happy. But as I told that the restaurant was closed, they decided to go the street and go to some other place. Just having conversation, general conversation, and remembering the old things, okay, their childhood and their partition, their separation, all both of them became nostalgic. Okay, they got immersed in the old days memories, right? So all this took place. It was drizzling that time, it was showering that time, and both of them were enjoying those moments of life, because that met after 20 years, after a long gap of 20 years, and that's why both of them were too much happy. In between, what happened? At the corner there was a drugstore. Drugstore means the medicine shop. Okay. Uh, Lights were there, and both of them went to the shop. And then Bob and Jimmy looked at each other. Okay, as the light was there, they could see each other's faces clearly. And Bob was very shocked. Why was he shocked? He was shocked seeing that the person he was meeting, the person who was calling him Bob, okay, by his name, as that particular tall man was calling him by his name, it means he must be Jimmy. But when Bob looked at him carefully, from the nose of that person, he recognized that that person was not his friend, his chum, his pal, his best friend, his first friend, his close friend, Jimmy. He was someone else. And he suddenly said, "You're not Jimmy." It surprised, actually, the entire scene actually surprised Bob. Earlier, Bob was very happy because he had met his friend, his closest friend. But now, he was full of astonishment in negative manner, in negative way. Right? Because the person he was meeting that time was not his first friend. He was meeting someone else. So, the man also, the tall man also stopped. Bob also stopped. Actually, the tall man was not surprised who had come there as Jimmy, because he knew something, some secret. But Bob was surprised. And then tall man said or revealed, "Mr. Bob, you are under arrest for past 10 minutes. At this, Bob was very puzzled. Bob was very confused. Bob was very bewildered because he could not understand what actually was happening at that point of time. He wanted to meet his friend Jimmy. Another person came there, disguising himself as Jimmy, presenting himself as Jimmy, but in fact, that person, that tall man, was not Jimmy. So Bob could not understand those things, that situation, or whatever was going on there. So after some time, after 10 minutes, that tall man revealed his identity. So what was his identity? Actually, the man who had gone there to meet Bob as Jimmy was a policeman. And he said, "Mr. Bob, you are under arrest." Just remember, a moment ago, some times ago, in the previous lecture, I told that Bob, when he was standing at the doorstep of Big Joe Brandy's restaurant, or near that Big Joe Brandy restaurant, which was closed, okay, the shutter of which restaurant was closed, okay, it was locked. That time, a policeman had come there, and both of them had short interaction with each other. And that man, that policeman, who had met first time, okay, Bob, when he was standing at Big Joe Brandy restaurant, actually had noticed some certain things, okay, some special marks, etc., on the face of Bob. In fact, just forget about this for a minute, for a while. The tall man revealed his identity and said that your friend here means who? Jimmy Bells. Your friend Jimmy Bells has given this letter for you. I am a policeman. He revealed this fact. Okay. The letter was handed over to Bob by that tall man. What was written in the letter? Let's see. Bob, I was at the appointed place on time. Jimmy is saying this in the letter which Bob started reading. Bob, I was at the appointed place on time. I was appointed at the time. I was appointed I was at the appointed place on time when you struck the match to light your cigar. Okay, this is the first time. I saw it was the face of a man wanted in Chicago. It means when the policeman had met Bob, and that time Bob wanted to light his cigar. That time, that particular policeman could see the face of the man, means Bob, and he understood, he came to know that the person whom he was watching that time, it means our Bob, was actually a wanted man, okay, in Chicago. Somehow I couldn't do it myself. So I went around and got a plain clothes man to do the job. And at last, what was written? Jimmy. Means the first time the person who was meeting Bob, okay, as a policeman, was actually Jimmy. He recognized him. That person was his friend, Jimmy's friend Bob, but he didn't have, daring, or he couldn't even think of arresting Bob because Bob had turned to be a criminal, and on the other hand, his friend had become a cop, a policeman. And as Bob was the most wanted in Chicago, now he had the opportunity to arrest him, but he didn't want to do it on himself because at last Bob was his friend. It was clear now from the letter that the person who first time met Bob was none other than Jimmy Wells, and at last he has written, he wrote it clearly in the letter that I couldn't do it myself, and that's why I sought the help of another policeman wearing plain clothes, just like a common citizen, and sent him to arrest you. So this way you find that both of them decided to meet at a particular time, at a particular point of time after 20 years, and they met. They had this resolution, they had decided, they had this vow, and they kept their words, they kept their promise. Great faith in friendship we see here. Okay, the theme of friendship, the theme of faith is here, right? Then Jimmy Wells goes there and sees that person Bob. He identifies, he recognizes Bob, and he he comes to know that Bob is the same person who is most wanted in some of the other case, and he must arrest him. But the fact is that both of them in the past were good friends. Even this point of time, we see that friendship still is there, and he's somewhat hesitant to arrest his close friend. That's why he takes the help of another policeman, another person, and this way he doesn't want to just get confronted, okay, with his friend in such a way that he has to arrest him and take to the prison or the police station. So he respects their friendship also. And as we have already discussed that he didn't arrest himself. Okay, he himself did not arrest Bob, but sent someone else instead of himself, and that man arrested Bob. So this is where we find the theme of friendship, theme of faith, and his friend Jimmy Wells chose his duty over the friendship. So this is a wonderful story. After 20 years, the twist comes at the end of the story, and wonderfully he has delineated all the incidents, different conditions in life, different situations in life, and how the turns and how the twists and turns are there in the lives of Bob and Jimmy. So this is a wonderful climax of the story. The story ends here and we stop here. Thank you.